Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today, what else is new? We're doing another Halloween makeup tutorial because it's October and that's what we do here. I have an assistant today. You can see, oh, there she goes. Willow was sitting in my makeup brush bag because if she fits, she sits, and she fits in a lot. But yeah, we're gonna get started. Let's start with the eyes. Starting with concealer because we need a base. Popping some concealer on my eyes. I realized the other day I was having a conversation with my mom, and it was actually kind of funny. Before we went on vacation, she was like, hey, do you have an extra mascara that I can borrow, like that I can pack, that I can have? And normally I'd be like, yeah, sure, take a pick of the 84 mascaras I have, take whatever you want. And I had to regretfully inform her that I only had one mascara and it was like half empty and I had no backups. And I think I shocked anyone in the vicinity that heard me say it because I haven't bought makeup. Now, I can't say I haven't bought makeup because I've bought like foundation and stuff in over a year. And to me, that's wild. Like that doesn't happen. I'm taking a matte white and I'm just going to set this concealer on our eyes with it so it doesn't crease. I haven't bought makeup in a really long time and I'm kind of getting the itch to like go crazy and buy a bunch of stuff. But then I look at what I have and I'm like, you don't need it. Especially like Halloween helps me get rid of like so much stuff because I really try to dip into things that I haven't used in a while or am trying to get rid of. But yeah, it's been some time. I am due for a declutter, I'm sure. But I can tell you the last thing I bought makeup wise, like that wasn't a, foundation or brow product or anything like that, was when I got the ColourPop Vault collection of like monochromatic palettes. And that was like the summer of 2020, and that's wild to me. Now granted, that was a lot of makeup, but like, am I a new person? Who am I? It's wild. So now I am going to take, I'm trying to decide what the color scheme is here. I think I'm going to take just kind of a peachy tone and put this in the crease. It's this kind of peachy orange color, and we're going to put this into the crease. The costume's red and white, as you probably saw in the photo, the thumbnail, that's the word I'm looking for. So I don't want to go like completely red, but I kind of want to do pink, but does that clash? Like this is supposed to be like a creepy puppet, right? So I want to make sure it's exaggerated and really doll-like. So I've come to the conclusion that I'm going to keep the eyes pretty neutral. So I'm going to go in and go into this color called Walnut right here. It's just a matte, really medium brown. Like it's nothing special about this color. Did I say it's matte? It's matte, by the way. And I'm going to just tap this on the lid. So we get that definition. And then blend around the edges. And I'm just using, this is a Sephora double-ended brush. I don't know if they still make these brushes. I haven't been to Sephora since I lived in New York. That's why, no, that's a lie. That's a lie. I've been to Sephora since then. But it wasn't the Sephora near me. It was a different one in New York. But I don't know if they still make these. They probably don't, to be quite honest. I feel like the dual-ended brush thing isn't practical for most people. I mean, well, put it this way. People who shop at Sephora, I feel like store their brushes in like containers that you don't want to shove the end of your brush into. Now, if you have a makeup roll and you're like a makeup artist and you have this in your kit, then yes, this is probably pretty practical. because you don't have to change brushes. You just flip it over. And that's, you know, probably who this product was made for, but that ain't me. Well, I mean, my bag actually, because I keep them all in a little case or bag, whatever you want to call it, it does work. So the eyes are neutral. They're good to go, at least on the top. We'll do some more with it on the bottom. But now we're gonna put on some eyeliner. This is the gel eyeliner from NYX. I am almost finished with this. I am trying to use this up before I go and buy anything else eyeliner wise. So I just did a little wing, and then I brought the liner all the way into the tear duct. And for lashes, I'm going into this Ardell little set. I think these Confident lashes, the 810s right up on the top there, if you can see them, those are going to be what I go with because they're really big. But first, mascara. This would be the half-used mascara in question. It's almost empty, and I did buy a new one. Not of this brand, though. I went back to Lash Paradise because I like this one, but it doesn't give me the thickness I'm looking for. So the lashes are on, and then I did go ahead and put on my foundation just for time's sake because it's the same every time. The Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define, and that is the concealer we're going to use today. So I'm going to dot a bunch of it under the eyes because we want to be very, like, overly bright. On the chin, above the Cupid's bow, and then we're going to do, like, the exclamation point kind of look here. So straight up the nose, like up into the bridge here, and then just a little dot on the end. And then you just take your brush, your sponge, or whatever you're using. I'm gonna just tap it into place because I'm not gonna blend it as much as I normally would. Very cartoony. So I want my, you know, my cheeks to look really round. So I'm bringing down the concealer to the apple of my cheek and then up the side here, just so everything is super sharp and doll-like. This is the nice part about having a round face. You can do creepy doll looks really easily. Now for the eyes. So right under the eyes where we did all that concealer, white pencil. This is the NYX one in Milk. And we are going to make our eyes look real big, real fast. So I'm not even really going to blend this with another shadow underneath, because we want this to be intense. This is instantaneous, big, round doll eyes, as you can see. Now we're going to contour. I am going to go in with an angled brush and my e.l.f. contouring kit. And instead of the normal shape that I would do, I'm creating like a C shape. So that goes right under my cheek and gives us like this permanent kind of smiling face. And then we're gonna go down the nose too. And take it up into the eyebrow. Then we're gonna add blush. I'm using this really shimmery, very pink blush from ColourPop. And we're not gonna blend it, we're just gonna put it on the cheeks, right on the apple. So just like the pinkish blush you have in your collection will do just fine. And then we are going to do the brows. I'm gonna add some freckles as well, but I wanna give the blush a little time to kind of settle and let me figure out where I want them. So I am using a brown wig, so I'm just going to do really thin brown brows. Alright, so the brows are done. You can see they're just thin, arched, very precise, very sharp, very drawn on looking. Now I'm going into the color Maple with a little liner brush that I have here. And we're just gonna add freckles all over our face. I'll have to worry about blending out. That's why I'm doing them on top of everything else we already did. If I was just doing fake freckles for like my own face, I would put my foundation and concealer and everything on, and then my blush and contour over top. Now I do believe it is time for me to go put the costume on, put the wig. All right, so this is the costume. If you guys can see, I'll lean back. It's kind of like a Mary Poppins style dress. It's an old dance costume I had, but I just put on this like brown wig that honestly, when I had my hair ombre, this was pretty much my hair color. But it's got some bangs. You know, we love a wig with bangs because I will never commit to bangs again. And yeah, and I put a little bow in it. So we're gonna do the lips. I'm going over them real quick with just my foundation brush. I'm going in with a really pink liquid lipstick. This is Brooklyn from ColourPop. So I'm not doing my whole mouth. I'm cutting it in really small. So that's it for this Halloween makeup tutorial. Like, yeah, that's it for me. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope to see you in the next one.